Hello everyone, watch this review here with a look at the classic Penguin from the Batman Unlimited line, which retailers still seem to be marking Batman Legacy, proving that this name is kind of a fail. I mean, I don't understand why they'd go from Legacy to Unlimited anyway. It's not very tasteful. Not like this guy here. Very classy Penguin, even by Penguin standards, and the Penguin, of course, is one of the classiest of Batman's villains when he's not being played by Danny DeVito, that is. You know, always very well dressed, monocle, pipe, that good stuff. At any rate, I'm not sure if you guys know this or not. I probably have mentioned this a few times, but the Penguin is possibly my favorite Batman rogue. Something about the character has always appealed to me, whether he's being played by Burgess Meredith, Danny DeVito, or any number of the ones from the Batman the Animated Series. Some of the other incarnations are a little bit iffier, like the Batman version, which is kind of At any rate, hold on a second and I'll get him out of pack. And here we have the Penguin out of box. I kind of like the sort of insert he comes with. I want to somehow sort of attach it together and just use it as a display stand because I figured that'd be kind of cool. The other sort of interesting thing is on the back we have the sort of Matty plug. It's also on the top of the insert as well for the upper port insert, which is kind of weird. I used to really sort of upselling the club, although they don't have it marked like that in the actual outer package for some reason. At any rate, he's he reuses the entire body from the Wave 1 DC Universe Classics Penguin. However, we get a completely new head sculpt. It's sort of exaggerated, cartoony, very neat. It's also quite a bit larger than the other Penguin head. Now, in all honesty, had he been available at the same time as the other one, probably would have picked up this one. Actually, I probably would have bought both anyway. But, you know, this is definitely the sort of Penguin I would rather have had. I mean, the other head sculpt's just kind of grotesque. Granted, his face might be a little bit too cartoony, but it's definitely a step closer in the direction I prefer. Now, if you're buying this at retail, you know, just a word of warning, some of them, I saw one or two, just seem to have like a silver coating all across the front of the inner vest. I guess this is the same sort of texture used for the shirt down there. I guess it's just some sort of random production problem. But I guess it's probably more an issue if you are buying online, because you're less likely to have any control about that. But if you're seeing it at retail, you might notice it, you might not. Just hold the package up a little bit. Just let the light sort of shine over it. You'll see it. I think that probably would be a sort of significant defect if, you know, he's just sitting on a shelf or what have you, and you have some sort of light on him. But, you know, I guess in a darker display it's probably not a huge issue. But the inner vest and the proper one's just more of a flat white, and then the inner shirt, I guess, seems to almost have a different texture. It looks a little bit darker. It does look a little bit darker. I'm not sure if it's 100% like a really silver texture, but you'll notice that they went with a really deep silver for the bow tie and the pins or buttons. Yeah. At any rate, just like the original, he does have an umbrella. It's just got a different deco, which again fits closer to the theme. He, of course, does have the same general look as the Superpowers and Superheroes Penguin. Unfortunately, I'm not lucky enough to own my original Penguin, but I picked another one up some time ago. So, it's pretty neat. Some definite nostalgia value there. Otherwise, you know, it's the same sort of good functional mold. It's also the only time that this torso piece, and I suppose jacket as well, has ever been used. Probably legs as well, because they're shorter than average legs. And also, as I say this, I realized I never got around to reviewing the first Penguin. I need to finish that at some point. But I mean, beyond that, just a quick run through of articulation. We have a point of rotation at the wrists, single pin at the elbows, rotation at the biceps, kind of. It's actually a little bit further down from the biceps. Sort of a ball-socketed shoulder, ball jointed. Head's on a physical ball. Again, very nice head sculpt. I'm liking that quite a bit. We have waist rotation. Legs only really go out and forward. If they go out to the side, you're probably breaking it. Single pin at the knee, then single pin at the ankle. So a little bit ganked articulation, otherwise no huge problems. My only other really big gripe is, I don't know, for some reason the arms on both these figures just seem abnormally long. Like they just seem to go too far down the character. I'm not sure if they just recycled normal characters' arms and put them on here, because that probably would be something that Mattel would do. But I mean, beyond that, you know, just a great looking figure. Very solid rendition of the Penguin. As before, you know, he doesn't really hold the umbrella all that well as he's sort of firing it. I mean, you can sort of hold it as an umbrella. And the other thing is, I really wish that, you know, they would have included a sort of folded up umbrella. So like this, he's not really holding it all that well. Then I guess you can do it like this, which he doesn't seem to hold it very well at all. At any rate, this has been a look at the Batman Unlimited Penguin. Yeah, small flaws here and there. Definitely would recommend him regardless, though, because he's a great looking figure, and you know the head sculpt is very neat. Now, granted, they might need to do a third Penguin because this one's head sculpt is too ugly. This one's just kind of huge and cartoony. We need something sort of in between. I mean, maybe the Burgess Meredith Penguin figure will be a little bit closer, and I'll just use that. But yeah, until next time, folks.